again, it's the steps he's going through to recognize what he's involved in, etc., with his thoughts, with his ideas and things from the past, etc., connections. We all have many connections to the past that we carry with us, and we don't always see that we're doing that. You know, just like all the stuff we put in our house, in our garage, in our attic, in the backyard, we forget these things, don't we? And so again, but in some way, you know, we acquired them, we bought them, we, you know, whatever, we grow them. They're still part of our world. So this is where, you know, we become the discoverer. We explore to see what's going on, you know, within our world. And so little by little, this is what he's discovering, you see? And so he will recognize this in his own way. So the information, the references that are provided here with the new presentation, this is to give people hints to start exploring and start seeing for themselves. And this is what he's doing there. It's very simple. And not everything has to be explained. You know, it's just like if you go out into your garage or up in your attic and you start looking through things and you forget they were there, then all of a sudden you look at it and then you decide, oh, do I want to keep this, or do I, you know, does it fit into my life or whatever, or you throw it away. So again, first of all, we're re-exploring our personal self, so that we can adjust things the best we can to our real awareness, you see? Because there's a difference. There's a difference between your personal side, your real side experiences, your real awareness, what all life is. There are differences to be recognized. And what have the religious, spiritual, business systems done? They put everything into one thing, like a big hamburger, okay? And that's where it becomes just one-dimensional. Instead of seeing the different parts and how they operate and how they're all, you know, really separate, but in the same life, but they're actually separate, you see? Just like the foods you have in your refrigerator and your cupboards or whatever, they're all food. But you don't smash them all together. No, they're all separate. You have them separate. And the same with this, to recognize every position. And this is where, you know, what Paul presented was the start, but now it's all been mashed together. So in other words, the individual's personal life and his inner life and what life is and whatever, it's all mashed together. And it's not the same thing. Not the same thing at all. And this is where people mislead themselves with the real side or inner experiences that they're having, especially the psychic seers and all that, because they think that they've reached the ultimate, and especially with their God or whatever, and they haven't. These are just experiences that has nothing to do with their real awareness. These are just reference positions, but they've become realities for people to confuse them, haven't they? And we see this like with Eckankar, because it's been infiltrated and it's literal control. It's become literal control. Everything is literal, just like in religion. It's become literal control, and people can't see the difference between their real awareness. You know, they have the idea, oh, I'm soul. Well, they just have that idea. They don't recognize that, no, it's just an idea as opposed to what they really is. Yeah. So he's discovering this little by little. And this is the fun adventure like Indiana Jones, you see? He's discovered one of the temples of doom in the mountain with the big antenna. The experiences can go either way. And yes, we've used the idea of the mountain. Now the real idea of the mountain, because with all life, in the real universe, there's no mountains, okay? That's just here. That's a reference. And so the idea is to stand on the mountain and have a bigger view. That's the idea. But you don't have to climb the mountain to get the bigger view. You can learn to recognize it. Now, in this scene, he's going into a mountain, okay? Doesn't really mean the same thing. What he's seeing is, you know, it's kind of like the mountain can almost be like Eckankar. Okay, he punches through the mountain, goes into a dark area, people are doing all kinds of stuff. Plus there's an antenna on top of the mountain. What does that tell you? Technology. It's not the same view. You see? So you don't want to mix the two. See, this is what people do. They come to us and go, oh, you're spiritual. No, we're not. We're not spiritual. But they come to us, oh, you believe in God. You're spiritual. No, we're not. We're not the same. Look at what is taking place. You see? It's not the same. It's like it's fake. It's set up as something, you know, that appears to be the same. Just like Eckankar, when Paul did it. And now look at it. Is it the same? But it appears to be the same, doesn't it? But it's not, is it? See, there's a lot to learn. And as we keep going over it, you get better at seeing it. You see, it takes a lot. It's taken me a lot to get here. It takes a whole lot. So yes, every time you show up, you learn a little bit more. It's very, very important, especially with what's going on, so that everybody's okay.
No.